I grew up on a farm in Maryland, and at a very young age, I took an interest in musical theater, and that's something that has carried on into my adult life and influenced my drag persona. I'm Marti Cummings. I'm a drag artist and political activist, and I live in New York City. I moved to New York when I was 17. I had the big dream of wanting to be on Broadway, and I got cast in an off-Broadway show where my character played with the gender binary and dabbled in drag, and that really piqued my interest. And ever since then, I've been doing drag. My drag persona has evolved a lot. When I started, I didn't wear wigs. My makeup was shit. There was no makeup tutorials. There was no makeup influencers. So you just kind of had to wing it and figure it out on your own. And I winged it very unblendedly. Oh, yes. I've always believed drag is inherently political because it's going against the patriarchal norms. But I had this moment of realization where I was like, oh my gosh, you have a microphone in your hand literally every single day. What are you doing with that platform? And so I really started educating myself on local politics and how that works and how to use my drag as a way to learn about issues and then help educate other people. I just think it's so important to take the message of pride and show the world that we are proud of our community, every single letter of it. So leave here today, take action, call your legislators, and demand justice. We cannot and we will not go back in the closet because it will cost lives. Outside of running for city council, which was wonderful, I was so grateful to be the first drag artist and non-binary candidate for city council in the city of New York. But outside of that, I'm most proud of, I went back to my small hometown and helped produce the very first Pride event in that community. Being able to go back and have queer people in that community see themselves represented for the first time was the most overwhelmingly joyful experience I've ever had in drag. Positive representation of queer people in media and politics is so important because our lives are under attack. And young people have to know that there are people who give a about them out there, that they're not alone, and that their life does have value and worth and meaning. And that's why that representation is so important. I do drag because it is the greatest art form of all art forms. So sorry to everybody else's art. Drag is the best. The world is such a chaotic place, and so to have that hour on stage where everything kind of pauses and you can just tell a joke or do a number or make people laugh and allow people the ability to escape their own day, that's what I love about performing in drag. What's important to me is learning from your mistakes. When you know better, you do better. Showing up, being of service to others, and f***ing up the patriarchy.